should we pay reparations to our former colonies? In my judgment, it would be patronising and unnecessary to do so. The world has moved on from the colonial era. British colonial administrators and workers also dropped like flies from malaria, dengue fever, riot, gut rot, and plenty of other things. Many of these men and women died working on infrastructure projects which improved the health and welfare of the population, building hospitals and sewers, constructing roads and railways, putting in schools and teachers, working as doctors and nurses. There was sacrifice on both sides. So how can you construct a balance sheet that gives us a number that can be used in the compensation equation? Did Britain set back the economic prosperity and opportunity of the colonies? I don't believe that anyone can legitimately argue that we did.
We are very privileged to be with you, particularly our brothers and sisters from the Caribbean and the diaspora. And people from all over Africa. I wish at this point to particularly to apologize deeply on behalf of the chiefs and people of Gold Coast and Ghana for the atrocities, the cruelty, the inhuman treatment that were committed 400 years ago by my ancestors during the Atlantic slave trade, where over 400 years ago, millions of our brothers and sisters were captured, sold and transported under inhumane and cruel circumstances through Elmina Castle across to the Caribbean and to the New World. On behalf of the chiefs and people of Ghana, I do render unqualified apology, deep from the bottom of our hearts. But one thing that I want you to be aware of, it was not without resistance. Some of our people did fought and resisted, but we are fighting a losing battle against a stronger army. People with guns, and we had no guns. They deceived us with liquor and all other temptations. Whatever the circumstances that led us to us, we stand here to render apology. And it's my wish and prayer that this apology is accepted. It's accepted.
Mr. Cameron visited a British naval vessel stationed in Kingston that helps with storm-hit islands. The Jamaican Commission for Reparations said it was racist that white slavers were compensated when slavery ended, while Jamaica wasn't. And it's argued the PM has a family link to slavery.
His lineage has been traced that his forefathers were slave owners and benefited from slavery. He knows his history, and therefore he needs to atone, to apologize personally and on behalf of his country. Reparations were paid to the planters. So the concept of reparations is something that was created by the British Parliament. The planters lobbied the British Parliament that they were not prepared to put away slavery without compensation. And they got a big percentage of the budget out of the English Parliament. And we were left behind. We were left behind because of racism.